Okaeri nasai minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Kamen Rider Gotchard episode 3. I felt like this episode can definitely be a lot better, but with just the third episode and we already get to see the first rider losing battle. I felt like this is definitely gonna set the tone of what we can expect moving forward in this rider series. He's not gonna be the Ukiyo S, he's not gonna be the Kamen Rider Kabuto, he's not gonna be Kamen Rider Decade where he's like just OP since the beginning of the series. Okay, like he's gonna grow and he's gonna learn his way, he's gonna lose battle, like, and he needs all the nakama that he has to actually help him to become stronger and stronger by the end of the series. Okay, so that is definitely something that we would definitely see moving forward. Like we're gonna see more character assisting him in his Chemy capturing journey, and I felt like more it kind of like made me feel like most of the Chemy is gonna get captured not by him, but instead most of the Chemy is gonna get captured off screen. Okay, at least for the first part of the series, like especially like the first phase and maybe the phase 0 card of the Chemy Cards. I felt like most of them we are gonna see off screen because I think they already released kind of like a 25 cards of Chemy into the public audience to know, and in this episode alone we actually get to see 4 cards. Okay, we get to see the Dokiri Majin, we get to see Apparai Bushido, we get to see Mad Wheels, we get to see the Gut Shovel. We get to see this 4 card, and this 4 card is not even the card that was not even the Malgam that we saw in this episode. If we actually include the Malgam, we actually get the Mushroom Malgam, the Mushroom Chemy, and then we got another one which is Deep Mariner. We got 7, bro. We got how many? I think we got 7 in my max. No, we got 6. We got 6 different Alchemy being introduced in this single episode alone, but obviously we don't actually get to see all of their form yet. So maybe moving forward, like in episode 4, we are actually gonna see the Mushroom Henshin and all the stuff. But yeah, I think that is definitely how things are gonna go moving forward. Like we are gonna see like a lot of different Chemy cards being introduced to us. Like, but it is not true a kind of like a monster of the week situation. Obviously we are still gonna have monster of the week, but it is not gonna be like, okay, after you defeat this Chemy you move on to the next Chemy and all the stuff, because there is like 101 Chemy, and if you do that to every single Chemy, it's gonna feel really repetitive, I would say, and people are gonna start to feel a little bit bored with the story and all the stuff, and that is kind of like why I'm also really happy to say that the 3 Abyssal Sister is actually back in action. We don't see them anyway in episode 2, but we get to see kind of like a little bit of them in this episode, and the way they actually talks, like they say like, the way they talk is like, so change has started to happen, this is how it should be. And they also say like, here, then the little girl say like, oh, like that I do think that Chemy belongs on the world itself, blah blah blah. So it almost seems like the 3, I felt like this sentence is very crucial for us to understand what is to come, okay, for the 3 Abyssal Sister. Because of this simple dialogue itself, it really makes me wonder like, hey, at first, like in the first episode, I just think immediately impossible. Like I don't think we are actually gonna see the one of the Abyssal Sister turning good. But I think especially in episode 2, when I actually crafted a theory with the 3-eye demon, something that the alchemist actually fought, and the 3-eye demon actually being the 3 Abyssal Sister, something like that. And if you actually look carefully, like the 3-eye demon is actually carrying kind of like a cache where there are 3 people inside of it. It almost made me feel like all these 3 sisters are actually being possessed by the demon itself. In like, rather than them being kind of like a really evil character, but it is just them being possessed. And with that being said, I definitely 100% am expecting one of their sister is gonna become a good person, or it's like either one or two sister is gonna become a good person, and maybe one of them is even gonna become a Kamen Rider moving forward. Whether or not it is actually gonna be the little girl or maybe like the second girl or the eldest girl, we are not sure. Okay, like definitely like there is a possibility for the 3-episode sister becoming good, and right now I am quite hopeful that I am able to at least, you know, like check off a few things from my bingo card, because right now up until episode 3 we still haven't gotten any bingo cross yet, and that, I mean, like is not really such a big deal, but we are already 3 episode in. Okay, so I'm a little bit worried that the bingo card is just gonna get wasted. No one's gonna like care about the bingo card at all. But with that being said, I felt like this episode did also a really amazing job. Like what I said, like they set the tone. Okay, like this rider is not gonna be OP, this rider is gonna be weak, and he's gonna grow over time by showing us that he got defeated by the mushroom guy, and he actually went to Keiko in the dojo itself, and he got his ass handed to him by Spana. And oh man, like Spana is definitely like one of the best character in the series right now, because he's not cringe, he's not awkward, he's actually quite good at acting. So I don't know, man. Like I really felt like Spana should be the main character right here rather than Houtarou. But then again, like having Houtarou as the main character is kind of like a hero lose zero to hero journey as well. Some of them would actually really love to see a zero to hero story, but I think it also needs to be cool. Okay, everything just boils down to if it's cool, it's good. If it's not cool, then it's not good, something like that. Okay, so really amazing thing. I really enjoy it. So I don't know, man. Like, what do you guys think of this episode? Because I felt like this episode, if I don't talk about production quality, I think one of the good things is that we don't get to see the shitty drone footage, or I don't know, like GoPro footage or something like that. We don't actually get to see that in this episode, so that is really good. And we also get to see Appare Bushido, Appare Skateboard form. I'm not gonna lie, at first when he actually became the rider form immediately, I was like, okay, so they are actually gonna skip the WoW form, we are not gonna see the WoW form at all. But nah, I was wrong. We get to see the WoW form immediately in the next episode, something like that. So I think this episode also kind of like answer one of the questions that I have in the previous episode, that when I actually make a review, I actually talk about how, like, why would the alchemists need a Kamen Rider system when they can actually capture a Chemy by themselves. And we actually get to see why do they actually need a rider system in this episode, and that is just by the simple fact that Chemy is gonna become Malgam, and the alchemist alone is not gonna be able to defeat the Chemys when they are actually become when they actually become amalgam. Okay, so they need the rider system, they need Houtarou to rider kick the shit out of all the amalgam so that they can actually fuse all the kind of like store all the Chemys into the card all over again. And I felt like this is also a really interesting thought, because the 3-episode sister wants the Chemy to be out on the world, like, you know, to be released, to live freely and all those stuff. But our main character, like the Alchemy Academy organization, actually wants to seal off the Chemy. They don't actually think that the Chemy is something that they need to live with, but it is something for them to be used kind of like as a tool to how do I say, for their own personal benefit. So it really makes me wonder, like, who is actually the good guy here? Like, is the story really true? Like, are the Chemy really like, kind of like a bad guy in the situation here, or maybe kind of like the bad guy is actually the Alchemy Academy itself? And we might actually get to see like certain people is gonna take stand, like okay, so right now when we realize that the Alchemy Academy is also kind of like trying to use the power of Chemy to destroy like to hold the power on themselves, so they can kind of like control the war, something like that. There is also a possibility that we can actually see happening, but I'm not actually discrediting the episode sister. Like, they are definitely not good, because like, but then again, at the same time, there is also a possibility that the 3 episode sister is not all bad, because in the next episode preview, we actually get to hear a dialogue that is quite interesting, because like in the next episode preview, we actually get to hear a dialogue from Houtarou. He says that, hey man or girl, Rene, I really believe that your father is not dead yet, something like that. So I'm not sure how the next episode is gonna go, like whether or not Rene actually knew about the person that actually gave the driver to Houtarou is actually her father or not. Like if she knew and Houtarou actually say what happened to the father and all those stuff, and that is what makes she cry, and Houtarou actually tries to comfort him or something, like, I am not sure, okay? But the Abyssal sister is back in action again next episode, so we might actually get to see something going on with that story as well. But god damn, man, like we really need to talk about Valvarat's Kurogane's Spana, okay? Because not gonna lie, when I saw Valvarat costume, immediately I already fall in love with the design. The color scheme is amazing, man, like white, pink, and also grayish. Like hallelujah, that is amazing. I also love kind of like a torn look to the suit itself. It is just not a clean suit, and yet it appeals to me so much, okay? Like the suit is amazing, Spana is amazing, Valvarat is amazing, but sadly to say, he is not yet a Kamen Rider, because he didn't actually henshin to henshin. He actually say what, ionize, or I don't know what is the Japanese word, but it's like Taikyu or something, tactile. I don't know, man. Like he just say ionize, and he actually become the Kamen he become Valvarat, okay? He is not yet a Kamen Rider, because a Kamen Rider always henshin by saying henshin. So that is really interesting, okay? But with that being said, let us talk about Rene, okay? Because I felt like in this episode, she is definitely really cool, especially when she actually have the Chemy Riser. She's able to pew pew pew, and she's able to use the other Chemy Cards as kind of like a add-on power, add-on weapon for her when she actually used the Chemy Riser. But I felt like this episode, I don't know, man, maybe I kind of like read her character wrong a little bit, because by the end of episode 2, it almost seems like she's like okay with Houtarou kind of like following her around and doing things together. But in episode 3, we actually get to see her like, hey man, like I'm not gonna stay with you 24/7. I'm not that kind of character. I'm my own lady. I'm gonna do my own thing, and I like that. Okay, I like that Rene is not always gonna stick by the side of Houtarou, kind of like guiding him, like, hey, this is how you do things. This is, hey, what are you doing here? Like, it's like we don't actually get to see Rene neck a lot, and that is good, okay? Because I felt like one of the thing with the female supporting character in Kamen Rider series sometimes is that they are being written as a character that always nag the main character, especially when their main character is kind of like the goofball type of character, and we don't actually get to see that from Rene, and that is what I actually really enjoy about Rene as a character. Like I said, man, I felt like Rene they should really consider making kind of like a female version. I mean, a female-led Kamen Rider show. It's not that I'm trying to push the woke culture in here into Kamen Rider series or Kamen Rider franchise, but I just really felt like if the girl has more potential in terms of story writing, they should definitely write it into that manner itself, rather than kind of like forcing someone like Houtarou to take the lead. But then again, obviously Houtarou as a character is not matured yet. Like, we don't actually get to see how the entire story goes, so we just have to wait and see what we can expect moving forward. Okay, but with that being said, that is all from me. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Subscribe, and before you leave, okay, before you leave, this is a really special moment that I want to thank every single one of you. Because of you, we managed to reach more than 300 subscribers. Okay, so that is amazing. Hopefully we can get into monetization by the end of the year, which is just a few more months. So it would be really amazing if you are watching the video until so late into the until the very end of the video, and you're still watching. And if you are not yet subscribed, what are you doing, man? Like, just support me, help me subscribe, reach the goal of monetization, and I am able to kind of give you more content. Okay, like, I have quite a lot of ideas on what I want to do, but then again, like, you know, if you want to make content that is like, just rather than just sitting here and talking to you, it would actually requires money to do that, and I don't have money. Okay, so that is all from me. Leave the word subscribe in the comment section below so that the people would actually know what are the secret word for this video. Okay, so subscribe is the word. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.